Describe for me the economic impact having some of your technicians go to Diesel Laptops University and take these courses, these premium courses. What would be the economic impact on the shop owner, right? He's looking at it or she's looking at it from a business perspective and as an investment. Talk to me about the return on investment.
Sure. So that starts with the price of entry. It's very low. This is not a huge expense in comparison to most of the other options that are out there. And the feedback we're getting from the shop owners and the leadership within these shops is that they're getting their technicians back more capable than they sent them to us, which is exactly what we're looking for. Whether it be efficiency that they can pick up because they're able to do something a little faster or just a better understanding of the tool that they're using. Whatever it is, if they can get from one vehicle to the next a little bit faster, that's money because time is money in a shop. They're losing minutes doing things maybe incorrectly or just because they don't understand. There might be a project sitting out by the fence that nobody there's really been comfortable tackling because they weren't familiar with it. And a lot of this stuff is, trucks have just gotten so complex. Equipment has gotten so complex with all the computers and the modules and the miles of wiring that until someone has a good understanding, a little bit of training behind them, they tend to be hands off. So it's better customer service. It's better workflow through the shop, cuts down on some of that stuff that's sitting around, and that's money to the shop owner. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that makes total sense to me. Not to mention fixing things the right way the first time, so there isn't callbacks or there isn't additional downtime passed on to the customer. Or if you're working at a fleet and you're working on your own equipment, you want to be able to minimize that downtime and get these things fixed right the first time. So that sounds good to me. Tell me a story of a technician who went through one of the programs and was able to succeed.
There's a lot of that. It's hard to, pick one individual, but I would say even in just groups of people where we have gone in, been hired into a company that needed training for their people, say it's five technicians that were able to produce, $30,000 a month in gross based on the work they were doing. And now it's 40 or it's 45 or it's 50. And what's really interesting about it is how competitive it becomes when these guys start to learn more and they can take on a new project. Well, now they want a new project and all of a sudden they're, reinvigorated to go. Those are the success stories that I love to hear back from the shop owners and the fleet customers when they say, the training was part of it, but also seeing the benefits on just morale, things like that. It's impressive. So I know that the feedback that we received is leading us toward this is working. It's going the right direction. Anything that isn't, we're going to adjust and try to account for. But we've got success stories all over the country and not just the US, also in Canada. We're online there and we're sending our field trainers out there as well. So it definitely is working. And I haven't really heard from any technicians specifically coming back and saying, hey, this is what happened with my pay. But I'm waiting for that. I'm excited to be able to have that when somebody says, I was making this many dollars per hour before. And because of this training, now I'm making this. I know it's happening. I'm just waiting for it to come back to me in a testimonial.
To learn more about Diesel Laptops and these training programs, go over to diesellaptops.com. Links are in the show notes.